Hey, what's up guys? This is T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Gemstone Legends. Today we have another hero that is out for October, and the first hero in this month is going to be a Warlock hero, Medok. I'm super excited about this hero. I did get him. I have him kitted out. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills, and let's take a look and see how he performs in Arena.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion.
So actually, let's go ahead and jump into the campaign right now so that I can quickly and easily show you all the different aspects of Medok's skills. So first, we're going to take a look at what happens when we are able to take out one enemy. You can see his passive ability kick in. So the first thing he does after the first death is he will cast heal block. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take out the second opponent. So on the second death, now you can see we have silence. Now we're going to go ahead and activate, we're going to go ahead and take out the third opponent. And you can see we now have the third and final activation of his passive ability, which is the Assassin's Mark. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go ahead and take out the opponent. And you'll see upon death, Medok actually does not actually trigger anything. So his passive ability only happens on the first 3 deaths. However, on a new wave, it resets. So on a new wave, he will actually be able to activate his skill again. So it kind of, so on wave fights, you can actually use it multiple times. And now let's take a look and see what happens when we use his special ability. So you can see he's actually going to be able to take, he actually managed to take everyone out, but he deals damage to everyone. He casted Curse and also Poison. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his skills now. And I'm going to explain a little bit on his loadout so you can maximize his potential. All right, let's take a look at his gears now. So you saw his skill in action, right? First thing you do is, you saw is when you activate his skills, he deals damage to everyone based on accuracy. So accuracy is the name of the game. That also means you don't need to be at level 60 in order to use his skill. You can just use the gears to get your accuracy up, and you can get the maximum amount of damage there. He does inflict curse and also poison, and so that is going to be something that you'll be able to use to put a lot of debuffs on him, on your enemies. He's a special warlock type hero. That means he's going to have more speed and more mana gain, and his specialty is all about debuffs. You can see that in his passive ability as well. I already showed you what it was like. He does heal block, silence, and Assassin's Mark depending on, like first death, second death, third death. Now, why do I keep saying death instead of like the number of dead allies? That's because when we say death, it just means when an enemy actually dies, they could be revived and die again, and each time that happens, that counts as an extra death. So if you take a look at his passive ability, what I didn't show you is that his accuracy increases for every death of enemy. So theoretically, you can revive the enemy and then you can kill them again. If that happens, you can keep increasing his accuracy by up to 10% each time. And since there's no cap, potentially that means it's going to go up with no actual maximum. So you can actually increase his damage as well. You also decrease your opponent's accuracy and resistance for every living ally. That includes yourself. So you can have a maximum of 4 allies plus yourself. So that means you can also decrease their accuracy and resistance by up to 50%. Right? So that's a skill set. So if accuracy is, he's all about accuracy, then Cursed Set is the way to go. You get 30% accuracy for every 2 pieces on it. So I would say that, if you can maximize and get all 6 in there, that's going to be the best. His Awakening also is focused on accuracy. So everything's about accuracy. You're going to get more damage, and you can more or less guarantee landing your debuffs. Okay, so that's what I focused on. The other thing to pay attention to is I focus on critical damage and critical rate so that I could actually deal damage to my opponents also. And even though he is speedier than other hero types, I chose to go with health so that I can actually get a little bit more health for my Medok here. So the last thing here is his relic. I would say go with the Hailstorm of Spirit if you have it, because that just, it is the perfect one for him. Otherwise, I think what you can also use is this basic one that is increasing his accuracy. Increasing accuracy means increased damage, so there is basically lots of benefits in that regard. Okay, so that's the skill set, and that's his gear loadout. Hopefully that helps you out. Now let's talk about something I don't typically talk about, and that is like, who should you pair these heroes with? Who should you pair Medok with? Okay, so the first thing is you pay attention to his leader skill. His leader skill is only applicable in guild-related battles, so you only use him in guild battles, and he increases crit rate. So if you have enemies, allies that require crit rate, you can use him. Otherwise, I typically just default to speed. You can take a look and see I have Necros as one of the allies with him. Vepris is another hero that works really well with Medok, and then you want a single target damage dealer if possible that can take down opponents so that you can trigger Medok's passive ability. So let's take a look and see what happens here. We're gonna jump into fight. The reason I say, why, Vepris or Necros is a good idea is because let's take a look at, using Vepris, for example. Vepris she'll actually inflict Assassin's Mark. And so what that means is when you do that, it makes it easier for you to take down your opponent, and you can potentially deal damage across the board, and you can debuff as well, right? And so that is something that is going to be really useful. And now what you can do is you can also have, Necros, for example, dealing damage to everyone, and you can freeze them, you can deal damage to them all, and you can also, use a single damage dealer to take down opponent, debuff them, and then deal damage to them as well. Okay, so all of these heroes I think are good sort of pairings to Medok. You can also have a tank in there as well to protect him, but I think that you really want to focus on the debuffs. It's going to really help you out, and you can make it really difficult for your opponents as well. So that is just a small sample of what you can do with this hero. So final parting thoughts. Do I like this hero? I actually very much like him. You can see that I actually went ahead and maximized his skills. I decided that he was worth the resources to actually max his ability. And so if you have him, I highly recommend you kitting him out with more accuracy as much as possible, right? I have him at 260% right now, and I have a relic that increases accuracy more. So he deals quite a bit of damage. And I think that, he's going to be a really good utility hero just to have on your team. And then I think that if you are on the fence about whether or not to go for him, he's going to be useful. So I don't think you'll regret having him. So that's going to be it for me for today, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.